I'm Shannon McGee with Network and Action Music City, and today I'm with Chelsea McConnell with Pinot's Palette, tongue twister, in Franklin, Tennessee. How are you, Chelsea?
I'm good.
Well, I'm so happy to have you here today, and I'm interested to learn how did you get started on this journey? How did you end up, with this franchise and what you're doing?
So it's a little bit of a long story, but I'm originally from California and I like Tennessee the way it is. I don't want to change anything. I always have to say that. But I had a really high stress job in law enforcement. I was non-sworn, but I still had a lot on my plate. And I was a customer to Pinot's Palette out in California, and it was just my happy place. It was my stress relief. I started off just going every once in a while, and then like I progressively started going like more and more once a month. Eventually, by the time I decided that I had to leave California because it just wasn't for me anymore, especially when COVID hit, I just decided that when we move, I was going to cash out my retirement and open my own studio because it got to the point where I was at that studio in California like twice a week. And I absolutely loved it. And I just couldn't think of doing anything else. It was just a natural progression of, hey, I could do this. I can own my own franchise.
That's awesome. So, it's so great to find something that you love, that you're passionate about, right? And what I'm hearing is this was a kind of a refuge for you, but then it turned out that it was relaxing, it was fun, it was creative, it's using a different part of your brain than what you were doing in your day to day, and now you're in this great space that this is what you get to do. What, tell us, I'm sure you've had all sorts of different parties, interesting events, stories, all of that. What's one of the favorite events or stories that you've had through Pinot's Palette?
So we haven't been open that long, so I don't have a lot of stories yet, but I just love when people come in and they totally think that they can't do this. They just see the painting at the end and or like what the example is, and they don't think that they can build this painting. And we're here to show people you can totally do it. It's not it's not that people don't have the skills. It's just at some point I feel like somebody in their life told them like, yeah, that drawing wasn't very good, or there's too many opinions about people and their artwork. And we just want everybody here to relax. So no matter what opinion people have about art, it's totally like, no, like that's you put it on a canvas. To watch people like, because we take them through the steps one by one. And so we kind of show them like, it's not difficult to like paint a patch of your canvas one color, right? And so that's how we start. And then we tell them like, okay, now we're going to add this color, and then we're going to kind of blend it. If it's not really blending, we'll go ahead and go back through it and add this and add that. And so we take them through the little steps to progress to getting to an ending painting. So it's like it's hard for people to imagine that they could put together this entire painting. But when you're just doing it at small steps at a time, it becomes so much easier. And so I think sometimes people are super shocked by what they've accomplished by the time they leave.
You know, what I think part of that is we're all busy. And I think so many people are hurry, 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 get to point A, point B, right? There's not necessarily as much time for the journey. In what you're doing, you mentioned earlier, it's so relaxing and it's great. But the idea that this isn't a how do I get here, there quickly, right? It's the process. And through the process, we're slowing our brains down. We're taking time to say, okay. And I can just imagine for some people, it starts out really stressful. And as they keep going on a little bit further, they're like, this doesn't look like anything. This doesn't look like anything. And all of a sudden, oh my gosh, it's starting to look like something. And then all of a sudden, by the time they're done, they've gone through this journey of hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. I want to see results. I want to see results. And oh, I'm starting to get there, and understanding that the process, I can imagine this would be really great for team building, in corporate events. And also, like I think you said date nights and
Yes.
baby showers, and just a different way to spend time with intention And you get results at the same time.
Yeah, yeah, it's a lot of fun. And and I'm one of those types of people where I'm very artistic, but I also have a very mathematical brain. I'm very type A. And so I feel like the way we do things, it helps a lot of those people that are type A personalities, perfectionists, because it does help to have a little bit of a drink where you can kind of let that side of your brain calm down, and then you can let the artistic side take over, and you won't be so stressed about like, oh, this has to be perfect. Because I remember in the beginning I used to always try to think like, oh gosh, like no, I want to spend an hour just on this little tiny piece, it needs to be perfect. And over time I just got to the point where I was able to finally get myself to relax with having, a cocktail or having a glass of wine. It totally helps. And it really helps the relaxation process if you're one of those types of people that can't kind of let go, because there's a lot of people like that.
That's fabulous. Well, Chelsea, if someone wanted to get a hold of you, what's the best way to reach you?
You can call us at our number. Our number is 615-314-3370, or you can send me an email at franklin@pinospalette.com.
That's great. Well, Chelsea, it's great talking to you today. I can't wait to get down there and do some painting, and glad to have you join us.
Thank you very much.